Yeah, baby. DJ motherfucking S, baby. Yeah. So, topic of conversation today is this DJ Vlad. I mean, I was planning to go in on this subject, yeah, and then I got a notification about somebody else who I follow. He went in on it, yeah. So I watched the show, and it kind of stopped abruptly. I don't know why. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we'll talk about this dude, yeah. Now I see this dude sitting down, yeah, and no, let me start at the beginning. Yeah, so basically, people are unhappy with DJ Vlad because apparently he dissed the Honourable Louis Farrakhan. Yeah, he said something bad about Farrakhan. I think he said that Farrakhan said that his people should be stoned with rocks or something, and Farrakhan didn't say that. So people who were on his side, who worked for him, close to him, what is that guy's name? Godfrey and Lord Jamar, yeah. So they came out on him. So everyone now is talking about this DJ Vlad. But what I could never understand in the very first place was like, why would black men go on this guy's show, yeah, and be confessing their crimes? I mean, that's stupid. Why are you gonna go on a show and confess all your motherfucking crimes that you didn't get locked up or arrested for? I mean, how stupid is that? I mean, they say black men have a very low IQ. That's ridiculous. I mean, what was it Akon said back in the day? Akon's first album, Trouble. What did he say? Any nigger that confessed to a murder on record is a stupid motherfucker. Yeah? These guys going on his show, talking all this, I did this, I done that, and this dude is sitting back asking you questions and you're confessing, yeah? And you're making yourself look bad, yeah? And the way this world works, once a black person does something bad, it's all of them. Yeah? It's all of them. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's stupid. I mean, don't you have any raised pride? Or you think you're doing something good? Oh, I used to be an armed robber. I had guns. I was a stick-up kid. I sold drugs. I shot people. I went here. I went there. I ate the whole place out. Yeah, why would you say that on the video? You stupid. Yeah, all the fucking fluoride is fucking your head up. You know what I mean? All the fluoride you've been using all these years, it fucks your head up, man. You can't think clearly. You can't think straight, nigga. Yeah. So also, you're making these videos which given a very bad impression of black people, a very negative impression of black people. And that's the whole point of this motherfucker setting up his show in the first place. Yeah? This has been the story forever, man. Like always, showing a bad representation of black people. If you make it to a high level, they still have to rubbish you and put you down. Yeah? Like because I like boxing, yeah? So studying boxing and listening to stories and documentaries about fighters, I hear Sonny Liston, he didn't get a chance. Yeah, he got a chance as a boxer, but they put him down. They didn't like him. He was an ex-con. Yeah, he worked for the mafia. He had been in prison. All his stories. So the writers of the day, yeah, the writers of that day, the equivalent to what Vlad is today, would just always write bad stories about him. They would compare his hands. He had big hands, yeah. They would compare his hands to like bananas, a hand of bananas. So what they're saying, his hands are like his hands are like a bunch of bananas. So what they're saying, he's a monkey, yeah. All this kind of stuff. He didn't get respect. One time he done some boxing thing. Yeah, he went somewhere. It was the situation, yeah, no, customary that when they got to this place, they went by airplane. Yeah, he came out of the airplane. The press would be there, clicking pictures. He got somewhere, Sonny Liston got somewhere, nobody was there. He was all on his own. Yeah? Disrespected. Yeah? By the equivalent of Vlad in the 50s. Yeah? So, like I'm saying, yeah? So this Vlad, yeah, he's painted a very bad image of black people. And another thing I learned as well today is that he doesn't even pay these motherfuckers. So these people going to sit down on this guy's couch, yeah, talking out all their business, talking out all their crimes, and they don't even get paid. I mean, how retarded is that? Yeah, yeah. I've never liked this dude. I've never liked this fucking dude. Yeah, I never liked this fucking dude. I never liked this nigga. I never liked this nigga. Yeah, I never liked this dude. Why are they going there? Why is everybody going there to confess for? He must pay them a lot of money. That's what I thought. But I found out today he doesn't pay them anything. So what are they confessing for? I mean, they're so desperate to be famous. I mean, it's not just black guys. A lot of people, ex-gangsters, go and they start confessing their stories too. I ain't gonna mention any names, but I've seen videos. Yeah, and they're not just going on Vlad. They go on this other guy. What was it? Value Entertainment. This Iranian guy. Yeah, they go on his show and start confessing. I done this. I done that. I shot so and so. I baseball batted 20 people to death. Yeah, but maybe Valiant pays them, but Vlad doesn't. You know what I mean? So you're painting a very bad, low image of yourself and your race. Yeah. So then when people discriminate against you, why are you going to be saying racist for? You're the one who giving them the ammunition to be racist against you with all your stupid stories, yeah, and your idiotic talk. You know what I mean? And also, Farrakhan said something back in the day. He said, these people, they paint a very bad image of us, but you don't really feel the full effects of it until you go abroad. Yeah? That's what Farrakhan said in the 90s. Yeah? And then the same thing happened to me. Yeah? So I was in Thailand. Yeah? I was in Bangkok. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Yeah? I was not, I repeat, I was not wearing this t-shirt. Yeah? I walked into a restaurant in broad daylight on my own. I wasn't smoking, I wasn't drinking. Yeah? I walked into the restaurant, it was on the side of a canal. Picked up the menu. When I looked up, the people the people were visibly shaking. They were trembling. They were trembling in their boots. Yeah? So I think a woman came over and she said something. So I went up and I spoke to these people. I said, "Is it okay? It's a restaurant, isn't it? It's a restaurant. Are you serving food?" So she said, "Yes." But then she started talking. They were just scared stiff because I was black. You know what I mean? So I spoke to these people and they saw I was a normal human being. Then they was okay. Then the woman started to tell me about her story. Yeah, she used to live in France. She used to do business in France. Yeah, and it was nice. Yeah. Then after I left the restaurant, yeah, I would walk past the shop on another day. They would be waving, but on the initial sight of seeing me, they was literally trembling, because a black man was sitting down in their restaurant, yeah, with a menu in his hand, and it's because of fucking cunt like this fucking Vlad why this happens. And they've been doing this for fucking years. Yeah? They've been doing this shit to us for years, writing all this shit. Yeah? I mean, I was listening to General Seti. Yeah? Well, that's when General Seti first came out. Yeah? And General Seti was saying the biggest book in Japan is Little Black Sambo. Yeah? So they write all this stuff in America, export it to Japan, and they paint the most disgusting image of black people. Like even I was the other day, last week I was watching a video. You got this dude, yeah, a Jamaican guy. He lives in Japan, He travels Asia. He's got a really, really nice professional YouTube channel, yeah, dedicated to travel. So he was interviewing this guy now. Where was this guy from? Was he Nigerian? I think he was a Nigerian. He had some big qualifications, real professional, doing some big job, yeah. But he said when he first got into Japan, the part of Japan he said the people would see him and they would literally start running like a vampire or fucking Frankenstein's monster was coming. They would literally start running. And it's because the motherfuckers like Vlad. Yeah. And like I said, they'd be doing this shit to us for years, man. Yeah. They'd be doing this shit to us for years. Yeah. I mean, back in the day, yeah, you had this guy called Fetch and Step It. Fetch and Step It. So this guy was like what they call a coon. He would play the most degrading roles of a black person. He would what's the word I'm looking for? He would portray black people in the worst light, dumb, stupid, slow. I mean, even as he walks, step and fetch it, like he could feel every thought. He was so dumb, like he would have to think really hard before he could put one foot in front of the other. And that's the image that Vlad, yeah, him, his kind of people portrayed us and exported around the world, yeah. So one such video, yeah, it was a music video of that time, of that era. It was called Lazy Richard. Lazy Richard. You need to check that out. So it was a story about a black man who was so lazy, he was so stupid, he couldn't even get out of his fucking bed. He literally couldn't get out of his bed. He was so lazy. Yeah. Then they would export this image all the way around the world. So, like, for instance, if you go somewhere and they've never seen a black person before, but they've seen Lazy Richard, they think you're him. Lazy, stupid, good for nothing. Yeah? Lazy Richard. You need to check it out. But the funny thing, yeah, about this step and fetch it, in real life, he was very shrewd. Yeah? I had, what's this guy's name? Anyway, I can't remember his name for the minute. Yeah? He said, in reality, step and fetch it was a big person in Hollywood. Yeah? He was a pimp. Yeah, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but he was a pimp and he drove Rolls Royces in real life. But in the movies, he played the dumbest, retardedest, silliest, inanest, vacuousest black man you've ever seen in your life. Let me see if I can find this Lazy Richard. So what I'm saying now, why did these dudes even go on this show? Because someone can set that up to degrade you, but you don't have to abide by it, do you? Do you? Yeah. Here we go. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Look, some ad for it. Jellyfish stuff. He's so lazy he can't get out of bed. What the f- Fair use, fair use. Lazy Rich, we can't get him up. Ring him, we can't get him up. Call him, we can't get him up. Lazy Rich, we can't get him up. You see that? Lazy Richard can't get him up. Richard, we can't get him up. Richard, we can't get him up. Richard, we can't get him up. Lazy Richard, we can't get him up. So what I'm saying now, yeah, this is the kind of image, and even worse, that this Vlad is spreading. You know what I mean? He's a black guy sitting on the show. He's a killer, yeah. No matter what you do, yeah, he's no fucking good. I mean, one time he done this interview with his basketball player, yeah. What was his name? Pee Wee or something. I think he was a basketball player in the 70s, or he was good, but he didn't go professional, but he was famous, yeah. Then he caught a big charge for drugs, yeah. But he said he didn't touch the drugs himself, he just financed it. So he's got this Pee Wee on the show confessing, and it just looks like even when you're a famous basketball player, you're still selling drugs, you're doing something bad because you're no fucking good, yeah. And that's why I don't like this fucking Vlad. You know what I mean? So with a bit of luck, hopefully his time has come, yeah. And these silly black guys will stop giving this guy interviews, yeah. Because if you said anything about his people, you'd be done for anti-Semitism, yeah. Even if you sneezed at you in the direction of a Jewish person, you're finished. Ask Wiley. Ask motherfucking Wiley. Ask Ken Livingstone. Yeah? Ask any of them. Yeah? But this dude is able to always portray black people in the most negative, stupid light. And it has to stop. DJS and I'm out.